just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go,
Cook trying this one up the gut. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Another one for Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
3rd and long for him here. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's a throw. He's got this complete to James Cook. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. He still has room inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Into traffic, complete. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Throwing here on 2nd and a handful. Has it in close. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Panthers 60, Panthers 19, Lions.
Daniel's gonna throw to get us started. He's gonna push one. He's got it deep downfield. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Commanders take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And this is taken in the end zone but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Cook. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Will McDonald there on the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd and 8. He completes it in traffic. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They're going for this. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Commanders, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down.
Warrior 70. Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Hut.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Left side into the hands of McBride. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And that's a Washington touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Cook. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Cook calls it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Commanders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready up.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Shut up.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Mustang 19. Big alert. Big alert. Ready, ready.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Braylon Trice there to meet him.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders pushing for points. Second and 6 coming up here.
Set. 79 Broncos. Ready.
From the 31. They'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Let's go now.
2nd and 3 now.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hut.
Staying with Robinson. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and just 2 to go. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Tag. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
From the gun, it's Daniels. Pass it down close. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get more points to end a lopsided first half. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, with time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. First and 10 from the 41.
Cougar 19. Ready? Buffalo 18.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Gets everything. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Now run by Cook. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. He's dropping back to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Running left is Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Offense to the line for second down.
19 tight. Come on. Set. Panther 11. Ready.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
Ready.
Now Daniels to throw. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Well, we call that protection lookout. Like the O-line yelling back at the quarterback, look out! Because they have no answer right now with back-to-back sacks by the defense. They've got this crew offensively guessing.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on fourth. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
70 Timberwolf. Hut.
This is Cook. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he can do like we just saw.
They'll throw on first. He lets one fly deep downfield. And they pick him off again! Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Commanders have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and it happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Bronco 80. 18, Rattler, 8. Get up.
Daniels back to throw. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Let go.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Set. Ready.
Robinson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Go.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Ready.
Once more, it's Robinson. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Commanders have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
Running with Robinson. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Commanders keep running away with this. Lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pass complete to Cook. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And this one doesn't go far.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Pass play now. That's caught for the first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. He'll throw it yet again. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll throw it again. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Saints 14.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Set, put.
To throw, Daniels. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it inside the 25. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders continue piling it on here in the fourth. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots.
And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Go!
Going right side, Robinson with it. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 2nd down, Robinson. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Here we go, set!
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Smash, smash! Ready, ready?
They'll try and punch it in. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Commanders throwing 6 more on the blowout. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders tack on 7 more to their lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Finds Smith and Jigba. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? 1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big shot is hauled in, feet are in bounds. Oh, what a play! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Saints cut into the lead by another point.
Saints 21.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. He fields it from the 8. Look at this out of the bag of tricks. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick, 60 go.
Wow, they're gonna pass it here. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down.
Come 19. Set. Ready.
Oh, look at this, he's setting up to throw. He's got some, pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
3rd and long for Daniels. He fires one deep down the middle. Wide open down the field, and he has it! And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Commanders are running them out of the building. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders continue adding on to that lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. It's a James Cook touchdown. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints take 7 points off the deficit. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 70.
Throwing now, Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Set. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Running back sent in motion.
Set go.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready, ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
19 Lion. Go. Ready, ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Ready.
On first down, here's Daniels. He's going deep this time. He's got it deep downfield. And he makes it inside the 5 before going out at the last moment. So score this as a win for the Commanders. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.